My followers know that I love books. Well, today we're reviewing this book. If I had to pin down 5 books that developed me, who I am as a person, as a business owner, and everything about me, one of those books would be this. So this book really changed my life, and I want to discuss the top tips and takeaways that I have from this book that even if you do not read it, you should take it away from this video. Now, before we jump into those tips, I want to talk about the importance of this book. So not this book in general, but the theory and the knowledge and the actual direction of the book, which is on how to talk to people. Because all day, every day, we're talking to people. We're talking to strangers, we're talking to family members, we're talking to customer support on the T-Mobile line because your phone isn't working. We're always talking to people. And the reason we're talking to them and the reason we're communicating is because we want something in exchange. Even though you don't think about it, you're always expecting something in return whenever you're communicating. So if you're able to actually control the conversation and actually understand on what to say and how to manipulate the conversation, you're more likely to get what you want out of it. So if you approach a certain situation, but you don't have the skill sets to get what you want out of it, you're less likely to get it. It makes sense, right? If you're a really good salesperson, you're more likely to close a sale versus someone that just jumped into sales yesterday. But the thing is, like, a lot of people don't understand the importance of everyday communication. They think that I'm not a salesperson, why should I learn how to communicate? It's because, again, every relationship we have still comes down to communication. So making someone happy, making someone committed, making someone do something that you want, you have to have the right structure and state the right things to evoke that emotion and get them to do whatever you're looking to do. The first takeaway from the book is the importance of speaking less and letting the other person speak. So people feel like they need to prove themselves in a conversation. They want to talk about the great things that they've achieved and the great things that they've done. So instead of evoking your own knowledge and talking about your own expertise, allow the other person to showcase their value, because they're more likely to become more open and receptive, and then they feel like they'll trust you more on whatever you're looking to do with them. So instead of you talking about how great your service is, allow them to envision themselves using your service. But let's talk about like at a personal level. So if you meet a friend or you meet an associate or you're at a networking event, stop talking about yourself. There's an example in this book where someone was approaching someone else at a networking event, and instead of them speaking about themselves, they were just asking the other person a whole bunch of questions like, what brought you to the event? Where are you from? Mike told me that you ski. Where do you ski usually? What are your favorite mountains? And so forth. And the conversation lasted about 30 minutes. And then the person that was asking all the questions, he left the conversation. He just continued networking with other people. But his mutual friend ended up staying with the other person that was answering all the questions. And later on, the mutual friend said that that person really enjoyed the conversation with the other person, even though the other person never really discussed much. They only asked questions. So people enjoy talking about themselves. So if you want someone to like you, showcase that you care about their thoughts and their opinions, and showcase that you care about them overall. And the only way you can do that is by asking them questions versus you just talking about yourself. The other takeaway are your eyes and your smile. There's a lot of tricks that they cover in this book that I'm not gonna go over specifically. I just want you guys to understand the importance of using your eyes and using your smile and your posture overall to evoke the other person to do whatever you're looking to do. You'll see this a lot with people that aren't that confident. They'll approach a conversation, they'll keep it super short, they won't hold eye contact, they won't smile. They'll just meet the person and act like it's something they just need to check off, shake as many hands as they can, and then move on with their day and say, well, there was anyone that wanted to socialize. So you have to be very open, and you need to show authority and get that person to actually want to speak with you. So eye contact is huge. Showing interest through direct eye contact and not looking away while you're holding a conversation, because that evokes that you're not that interested or that you're not that confident. When you're actually looking someone in the eyes, you showcase that you're confident and you're actually interested in whatever that person has to say. Next time you shake someone's hand, look them in the eyes and don't look away for at least 10 seconds. And especially while that guy is speaking, hold the eye contact for 2 or 3 seconds, post his last word, and it'll just showcase that you're actually listening in versus just waiting for them to finish so that you can say whatever you've been wanting to say. The other thing is a smile, right? People want to know that you're friendly. Show them your smile. But a little tip from this book is not showing your smile too fast. Because if you're just smiling at everyone, they don't feel special. A little trick that I like from this book is hold your smile for about 5 seconds, meet the person, and if it's a mutual person like introducing you guys, meet them after they say their name and the other person says something that you guys have in common, then you evoke the smile, and that's a lot more sincere versus just being friendly with everyone. So that person's gonna feel like you actually had something that you guys connected on, and they're more likely to enjoy your conversation. And the third one from this is your posture. Whoever you're speaking to, give them your full posture. Don't stand sideways and don't slouch. Showcase that you have authority, showcase that you're comfortable and that you actually want to engage with that person. If you're just shaking someone's hand slanted, it just showcases that you're just looking to shake his hand and then move on to the next one. Whoever you're looking to engage with and actually build a relationship with, have a straight posture, look them in the eyes, and give them a smile after the introduction. And the final takeaway that I want you guys to take away from this book and this video is to sound like an insider. And what does that truly mean? It means that you know the general terminology of different sports, different verticals, different ventures, just different industries overall, because if you just pick up on a few key words that relate to that experience, you seem like an insider and you seem like you know a lot more about it. And the only way to do that is by either one, communicating with those people, or two, conducting those experiences. For example, if you guys are meeting doctors, instead of saying, where do you work? You would say, where do you practice? And doing terminology for scuba diving, playing tennis, skydiving, like traveling, so just build up your terminology in different verticals. Again, you don't need to know too much about it, just know the basic stuff. Pick up a few words that only the people that are within that industry would understand, and then they're more likely to accept you as one of theirs. Otherwise, you're gonna sound like you're trying too hard just to get something out of them. So hope you guys take something from this video. Again, I do highly recommend reading this book if you guys haven't read it. It's amazing. I think I've read it about 2 years ago and I still reference to it to this day. And most of the time I'm buying this book for my team members because, again, no matter what industry and no matter what field you're in, you need to learn how to communicate with people to get exactly what you want out of them. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.